18 at the time, and I was at Mega Evans College, I think. And I was there like a bunch of other kids like not knowing what they wanted to do. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna just take all the things that I love and I'm gonna just put it under one umbrella: fashion, music, art, culture, everything like that. So I was doing some research and I came across the Barrelhouse, which back in the day, the Barrelhouse was a place where all the African American people at the time could like get together at the Barrelhouse, and that's where all the liquor was stored. And like they also had a piano there, and like they would just wild out and have fun. And at that time it was like the 1940s, I think, and it was like a lot of like prejudice against black people at that time. So like that was the only place, kind of like a sanctuary, where they could like get together and like be at peace. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just run with that, and I'm gonna flip it to like a modern day version, where like all the youth can come together and just, you know what I'm saying, just get together, network, have a good time, and like build creatively. So I saw the Barrelhouse, and at the time I wanted it to be like a boutique, like a streetwear boutique by day, and by night you see a whole bunch of like upcoming artists perform, painters, whatever, poets, all that stuff. So the blog originally started as a documentary of my journey to get in the boutique. So you see me like meeting owners of stores and asking them how they got these stores, because I was like, I wanted to own my own shit. So I was like, I want to find out how do I go about doing that. And then people just started sending me music out of nowhere, and it turned into a music blog. I was like, fuck it, I like music, I'm gonna just start posting it and show love. So that's how that came to fruition. And I just took it day by day. At first we started off with spoken word and hip hop. We started getting like, as the years progressed, like we just started like getting directed more towards music. So we're known for like hip hop music. Right. I'm saying, but we still like value like spoken word art and stuff like that. So that's where we are today. I have two partners, Akeem Fields and Aquan Williams. They're also business partners in the company. So yeah, that's where I'm at today. Now the site is like one of the top sites for New York culture underground. We have many shows. We had Schoolboy Q in one show. We had his first headliner show in New York. Yeah, and we had Styley from Maybach Music. Yeah, we had Styley. We had Curtains. He's also a local rapper, but he's known like throughout the underground circuit worldwide. Who else we had? We had Smoke Dizza come out at one of the shows. That's the big homie. He's a good dude. We had him come out. Yeah, as the years progressed, like I went on tour with Juicy J and Joey Badass, so that was fun as hell. And now I'm just trying to map out the next couple moves for Barrelhouse as years go on. Besides like coming up with like a lot of the ideas for like projects that we might like take on or whatever, I have like a strong passion for photography now, like especially film photography. Like I'm heavy into that. I've been taking that more seriously recently. If there's anything music related, I'm like a music head. Like not just hip hop. I listen to alternative, indie, EDM, R&B, neo soul, everything. I listen to everything, rock, everything. So recently, my homeboy P had put me onto grunge, which was like Nirvana and Kurt Cobain. So I've been into that recently. So yeah, pretty much anything creative with Barrelhouse pretty much comes to my head. Yeah, there's no limits. Like anything that we want to do, or anything that I think of is dope, like we can do it. For Barrelhouse, we're just gonna keep progressing on the site. I want to take the site so much further than it's come so far, because we're right now known for hip hop mostly, but I want to expand to all genres because I listen to more than one genre. So I want the site to kind of reflect that, and a lot more album reviews, a lot more in-depth articles. A site that really inspires me is Vice magazine, like just the way that they cover everything and like everything, this culture period, and they're like a stamp for modern day culture. That's kind of like what I want Barrelhouse to be. You know what I'm saying? Me myself, I created a side brand. The name of it is Bomb Forever, and basically it's gonna be a creative media / services firm also like a label imprint. So like I'm also getting into like the actual music business. So I want to like start signing artists, and not just artists as in like hip hop artists. I'm talking about signing producers, signing DJs, signing painters, signing like any form of art and representing it the best way that I can, because we're in the streets and we know what's up and we know what an artist goes through on a daily, as opposed to somebody that actually signs to an agency and then just a number on the paper. You know what I'm saying? So I wanna start that, and I actually just started that like probably like 2 weeks ago. And my photography, all my photos are gonna come through Bomb Forever. So you should definitely go for that. I was talking to my mom, and she said something to me about basically she was pretty upset about it, as we all were, but she was just like what did she say exactly? She was like, you can't expect justice in America as a black man when the country wasn't founded. But she said something about the Constitution. Hold on, let me make sure I get it right. Yeah. She said in the Constitution, black people are considered to be fifths of a human being, and you can't really expect justice in America when you're not even considered a human being. You know what I'm saying? So, me hearing that, I went outside, smoked a cigarette, went for a walk, because I was kind of upset about it, and I was just thinking, you know what, like the best art to me is art that portrays the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it comes across differently. Like an artist like J. Cole, you'll hear him rap and know that everything that he's saying is the truth, it's real life, and he spits about real life emotions, as opposed to like, not to throw no shade, but like a Trinidad James. Like it's just cool. It's cool because it's like, alright, you in the club, it's party music, but you can't relate to that, really. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, the word bomb and bombing was just in my head because I was just so upset, and I'm like, you know what? The word bomb forever, I'm thinking is gonna be, it just comes across strongly. It comes across strongly, and it comes across as exposing. When you bomb something, everything else moves, but it's just what remains, it just remains. And that's usually the earth. That's like the truth. That's there, that's left standing. You know what I'm saying? So just bomb away all that fuck shit and leave all the real shit here. Right. And that's what I feel like we gonna bomb forever. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole mindset of it. Women definitely inspired me. Greatly inspired me. I'm one of the people that find like inspiration and beauty in anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I look at whatever, I can be like, yo, that shit is dope. And then that shit changed my mood for the day, and I'm just got a different bop now. You know what I'm saying? But just to like give you like exact things that inspire me, my friends inspire me. Books inspire me. Pharrell inspires me. Russell Simmons inspires me. Jay-Z is one of my biggest inspirations. Dash Snow inspires me. Yeah, Dash Snow inspires me. Anybody that that lives for them and not for anybody around them. Like, if you know what you like and you know what you want to do, and you don't give a fuck about nobody else, you do what the fuck you want to do, like, that inspires me, because, like, I relate. Right. So, yeah, that's what inspires me. Well, when you're trying to do something different than the status quo, you always you always take steps in the dark, so you don't necessarily know where you're gonna end up. And if you have parents, sometimes they don't understand that. Like they want like and it's natural for a parent to want to know that their child is gonna be like set if they pass. But like for example, my parents, they don't I want to say that they're like the most like narrow-minded individuals, because my mom is very open-minded, but they can be at times when they don't understand my generation exactly what I'm doing. They didn't grow up in the computer age, so they see me in front of a computer all day. They like, what the fuck are you doing? Just being a bum, you watching porn, like what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So they don't they don't really understand like what you do, and that could be kind of stressful at times, because that's your home base. That's where you want to feel most comfortable at. And when you're not most comfortable in your home, where can you be comfortable at? You know what I'm saying? So that tends to have like an effect on you when you're grinding and when you're trying to think about days and what you're trying to do. Trials and tribulations. Even sometimes, one trial and tribulation. When you're working with people sometimes, and you've been working with them for years, sometimes it's natural for people to change, especially when you start a business so young. So when you're growing up, sometimes the people you came into the game with, they don't necessarily understand where you're trying to go, or they understand the changes that you make, and that could kind of cause a rift between people. But at the end of the day, business is business, and you still got to keep going and progressing and doing what you got to do. I overcame a lot of like creative blocks. Like there'll be at times where it's like I don't know where to turn. It's like the fork in the road, and you don't know exactly what to do next. But the key to that is just to keep going and just keep finding inspiration elsewhere. Like you just have to be inspired. It's your boy Ashani. I'm here with Peculiar Artistry, and I just had a dope ass interview with the big homie Stacy. So I want to give a shout out to y'all real quick. And shout out to Barrelhouse Brooklyn, that's me. Shout out to Born Forever, that's me. And keep dreaming, yo. Real shit.